All right, so for this assignment, we are doing Chapter 11 Word. Now, this is overall the same for all of the different Office assignments, but we're talking about Chapter 11's Word right now. We are working on the project assignment. Now, there are three different types of assignments for each of these chapters dealing with Microsoft Office. We have the training or the tutorial section, which is going to walk you through how to do everything. Then you come to the project, which will, again, kind of make you think about how to actually do these things and not actually offer you any walkthrough steps directly. And then you have the exam, which is to prove that you actually still remember how to do everything. All right, so three kind of approach. This is a three-step approach, we'll say. The training, no reason you shouldn't have 100 in that. All right. The project, what we're talking about right now, there's no reason you shouldn't have at least an A. All right. Really, you should have 100 on this as well. The exam, that's where we get a little bit more complicated, but we'll come back to that. So I've clicked on the assignment from the assignment calendar right here. All right, clicked on that link. Took me, nope, you guys can't see this. Let's go ahead and change that. Anyway, so I clicked on the project exam link in my assignment calendar, which took me here. So you can see there are 4 different steps to this assignment. We have the first step, which is the download the starting materials. So you're going to go ahead and click on that. You have 2 options for how to download your files. You can either A, click on the individual download buttons, or you can click on the download all files. Personally, I like clicking on the individual buttons because that gives you individual files, as you can see down here. If I go ahead and click on the download all files button, you will see that we get the zip. All right, and I don't like dealing with the zip file. If I don't have to uncompress it and have another file on my computer, that is my preference. So overall, I go with the download the individual files. All right, now you can click on the preview steps here button, and that will tell you all the different instructions and how many points and those types of things each step is worth, which is very nice. All right. However, if you also come into this one, the one file we download, if we look at it, it's called instructions. So I'm going to go ahead and open that file for you guys. This, as you notice, whoop, there we go, preview, looks a lot like this. It's basically the exact same thing. It is an offline file, which is really kind of nice. So it does label your steps on the left-hand side there, and basically everything is the same except for it's in a Word file for you, so you don't have to keep the web browser open. So big fan of that. So if we kind of go through this, we're just going to go through a few of the steps. It says open the Word document, so we're going to open it. There we go. I will little side-by-side action here. Now, before I can start editing, many of you will notice that there's this enable editing button in the top. And this is you're in the protected view. All right. The reason we are in this is because this is a file that we downloaded off the internet, and Microsoft is trying to protect you. All right. So they're saying this is from the internet. It could contain viruses. Don't edit it unless you know it's safe to work with. All right. These files should be safe to work with if you downloaded them directly from MyITLab. All right. So you're going to have to hit the enable editing button if you're going to want to complete your assignments. So you have to trust these files, unluckily. So just something to be aware of, but you do need to do that. All right. So we've opened it, and then it says you should open the Word document and download it with the project. Check insert the file name in the footer. All right. So you should have walked through how to do this, but anyway, we can go to insert, or I believe not insert. All right. I believe it's what, layout? I always have a hard time remembering exactly where this option is. Now, the other thing that I would like to point out to you guys is when your screen is compressed like this, things change. Wrong button. All right. You'll notice that our editing pane is nice and small right now. If I maximize this, not my editing pane, my font pane and my paragraph pane and my clipboard pane are all different when I've been nice and compressed. So that is something that you do need to be kind of aware of. All right. Now, the nice thing here is, especially when you don't remember where something is exactly, you do have a few options for this. All right. You could keep doing, just kind of keep looking for it and going, okay, where is it? Where is it? You know, just go through all the tabs until you find header and footer. All right. Oh, there it is under the insert tab. So we could say footer. All right. And again, if we bring this, let's go ahead and bring this back over here. So you could say, okay, header and footer. There we go. If you don't know, you could actually type in here, add a sorry, we're doing a footer. Footer. So look, click on that button, and now it's in the help menu. So that's kind of nice. You can use your book. You can use the training simulation that we went through. You can use the internet. All right. The key here is making sure that you do it exactly as they want you to. All right. It doesn't matter the exact steps you took to get there. As long as you insert the file name in the footer, it's overall happy. So I could double click down here, and then I could do document info file name. That is perfectly acceptable. You could have done the insert footer, and then you could have done edit footer or whatever, those types of things. So multiple options for how to get here. So you want to make sure you're doing it correctly. Now, next, so that step 2, we're done. Step 3, change the line spacing for the entire document. So I'm going to do a Control-A to select everything. Under paragraph, under line and paragraph spacing, we're going to go to 1.5. All right. Change the document title to Light Magic Studios. So in this case, it's all capital right now, so they want us to go lowercase. Light Magic Studios. And I'm not going to complete the entire thing for you guys. I need me to make sure you know how to actually do some of this stuff. All right. I'm gonna say I forgot to change the font there so we can see. All right. And overall, it's great. All right. It's gonna not walk you through it. It's going to actually expect you to know how to do these things, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. And I realize you guys probably didn't see how I entered the footer there, but it is there. So now let's go ahead and do a save. All right, so I saved it back to my downloads. Now we're going to go ahead and say, I've completed this. Let's upload it. So we're going to say choose file, date modified. Come on, where is the file I want? Oh, I'm in documents, not downloads. That would help. There we go. There is my assignment. Yours probably shouldn't say _student. It should probably say your name there. So just something to think about. All right. Now I clicked choose file. Then I selected, I hit open. Don't hit submit for grading yet. You actually have to hit the upload button. I know it's a 2-step process or a 3-step process. However you want to look at this. It is annoying. Yes. But make sure you actually do that. Make sure you hit that upload button one more time. And now I'm going to hit submit for grading. It says, hey, we've been submitted, and we can go ahead and close. Maybe, if this will let me close this. All right, well, anyway. So we can go ahead and just refresh that page. Yeah, it's still not going to close it. That's okay. And it's knowing it's automatically graded. All right, so you are completing these as Word documents. You are uploading them as Word documents. And it is auto-grading them. So I can go ahead and click on the 3 dots here, and I can say View Submissions. And then I can click on Submission 1 of 1. All right. And in here, notice it will walk you through exactly where you lost points. So it's saying, hey, you opened the document, cool. You put the file name in the footer, good job. You lost some points on step 3. I've earned 7.273 out of 10. If I click the little drop-down arrow, it will tell me I didn't get points for... I didn't change this, or, I didn't set those line spacings correctly. Now, this is where it gets a little funky because you'll notice that I was supposed to change the whole document, and it's saying that these didn't get changed. Well, we never actually added those because those were step 9, so that's why they weren't ever detected, all right? And again, I changed it to Light Magic Studio. I didn't set it right. I didn't set the alignment. So again, that's why I'm losing points. So be very careful reading things. Now, something else that I highly suggest that you all do to help you earn a better grade. Yes, I did say that. Earn a better grade. We'll come back to that in a second. Is this live comments report. So you can go ahead and click on that. And that will open up a Word document. All right. And up here, it does tell you where our points were lost. And then normally it says like this, commented in place. So we can come down here and we can click and it says right here, this is what you didn't do. And in here it says alignment was not set to centered, font size was not set to 24, spacing after wasn't set to 6, spacing before wasn't set to 6. So it's like pointing out to me like this is what you need to change. And then we can come back to the next one and it's telling me, and then the next one. So it's constantly telling me what I got wrong. So it is allowing me to, as I said, earn a better grade. And the way we can earn a better grade is by going through and fixing these things. You should, let's go ahead and exit out of this, back to the assignment calendar. You should have 3 attempts for the project. So Oh, this looks like we only have 2 attempts this time. I'll look into that, whether you're supposed to have 2 or 3. Gotta go read what the syllabus says. Anyway, you should have at least 2 attempts for these projects. So you can take everything you've done wrong in the first attempt, fix it in the same file that you still have open, not that one, this one. So I can go through this and go, oh, let me fix all of this. So now it's saying font size to 24. So I can go, okay, I set that to 24. Change the top and bottom margins, so I can come into my layout and change my margins. Let's do a custom to make my life easier. My top should be 0.5, my bottom should be 0.5. There we go. 3 paragraphs picked by the first line indent. 1, 2, 3, first line indent. Boom. Well, that's not actually what we want. There we go. All right. So I've gone through and I've changed some things. I can say, okay, let me go ahead and save that again. And now I can come back and I can say, okay, my last attempt, let's make sure that I actually did this right. So I can then just upload the exact same file one more time. Let me go ahead. Oh, I almost forgot to hit the upload button. I'm telling you, you guys are going to make that mistake. It's going to happen. Let's come back in. Let me go back to the fundraiser. That's not what I wanted to do. 3 dots, view submissions. And you can see, oh, and you got a better score. All right, so you should have at least 2 attempts. I will look into the whole 3. Some of that's depending on the professor who's teaching your class. Some of it's depending on the syllabus. So 2 or 3 attempts depending on your instructor. Read your syllabus to find that answer out. But anyway, it tells me, hey, look, I fixed this and I changed that, and here I got the points for these things. So it's very nice that it is actually walking us through exactly what we did wrong and how we can get more points. So the projects you have 2 chances at. The exams you only have 1. All right, that's really the only difference between a project and an exam. You're going to use your own version of Microsoft Office to complete these files, edit them, and then re-upload them. Now, I did mention in the last video about people who are on Macs. Mac users, you can still complete these assignments. Your buttons just aren't going to be in the place that they were in the training. So it's kind of easier if you have access to a full version of Microsoft Office on a Windows computer, but you still can complete these on a Mac. And sometimes you'll read some of these instructions and it'll say, if you're on a Mac, do this instead. So it'll point you down a slightly different path if you're on a Mac. So just something to be aware of. Also, I had one other thing. Also, as I was saying a second ago, if you're going to try to do this in the Office 365 version, the internet-based version of Office, you can try. You can complete probably 95% of the assignment, the different steps. Most of them you'll be 100% fine to do. Again, where the button layouts are will be a little bit different, but that is not the end of the world. So you can do most of them. Some of them you may need to sit down at an actual Windows computer to do. So just wanted to point that out to you. So overall, your projects and your exams for these chapters will be the exact same thing. Slightly different assignments, obviously. You're going to do slightly different tasks in different orders and those types of stuff, but you'll still be basically doing the same thing. However, the exams you only have 1 attempt at. The projects you have 2 or 3, depending on what your syllabus says. So read your syllabus for that. If you have any questions, let me know.